What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is a bit different actually, because recently on my Instagram I put out a call to ask questions. I've not really done a proper Q&A ever on this channel. I wanted to do one at 10k, but for whatever reason we just didn't get around to it, and we've now hit 11k, so big up to everyone for subscribing and also everyone who asked questions. So straight out of my Instagram feed I've got Michael here, who's going to read them out. He's going to be helping me.
Michael?
Michael, his Sunday name, yeah. Maybe this video should go on a Sunday. But it's Mike, question number one. What have we got?
From DB Sutty. John, what's the next big adventure? Are you going to challenge yourself to it bigger than the Everest?
Bigger than Everest, that's a good question. I am, so I've got two ideas currently that I'm working on. I've not said anything to anyone just yet because I just want to execute them, but once I know I can do them and when they're going to be, you'll be the first to know. So yeah, there are more challenges to come. I'd like to do one more before the end of this year, and also another challenge which will be similar to the Everest thing, but I think will be harder in terms of endurance. But my only clue would be it's the opposite of Everest in every single way, but it's still endurance, so maybe that'll help, I don't know. But yeah, good question.
Harry Bondo 0709. Who do you support as a child, and do you still support them now?
Yes, so I grew up supporting Manchester United. So the reason I support Man United was years ago I was never into football when I was a small child, but when I was about 8 or 9 my granddad bought me a Man United scarf, so that's why I supported Man United. So I've always stuck with them. Obviously they're an amazing team, still are, but yeah, I stick with them whether they get relegated or whether they win the Champions League.
Zachary David 55 being very cheeky. What inspired you to do freestyle and the YouTube?
Good question. So I was inspired to do freestyle in 2003 through a guy called Mr. Wu, who was from South Korea. He was, at the time, he was like a pioneer in freestyle, and I saw him in Manchester near where I live performing, and he was doing like amazing tricks, and I just went home that night and I just wanted to replicate what he was doing and then add my own little spin to it. And what inspired me to do YouTube, I've actually been doing YouTube for a long time, but only I'd say properly for the last 2 years. And what inspired me to do that was just seeing other videos and kind of realizing that I could do my own spin on what was already out there. Obviously there's other freestylers on YouTube that have become very successful, so yeah, I just wanted to add my own spin to that and hopefully push what I do, which is freestyle, and create entertaining content and also help people. When I was younger I didn't really have a coach or anything like that. I just learned skills from like my own mind or just seeing clips on TV like footballers, but there was no one actually teaching stuff, so I'd like to pass on knowledge that I've learned over the years to help you guys at home.
Heisty skills, out of the whole adventure in your life, what event / part of it was the best moment for you?
That's a really good question and a hard one to answer. I think I'm very fortunate to travel the world, and I've been to over 40 countries now over the last 13-14 years, so that as an adventure has been incredible. I've met some amazing people, I've worked with players. I think sort of players that have stood out to me was meeting like Neymar. I got to meet Bill Gates actually, and even got to meet Justin Bieber. How cool is that? But as far as experiences and challenges, Everest was the hardest thing that I've done so far up to date. Hopefully I can make that harder in time, maybe add something to that. But also when I did the marathon back in 2011, that was hard and an experience, and I learned a lot from that.
BN Freestyle.
Ben.
Oi! Can't wait to watch this. What's the overall aim for you in freestyle? What do you want to look back on when you're older? And most people, we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, it's a good question. Big up to Ben Nuttall, check him out. Future of freestyle, that boy from the UK, good friend of mine. Good question as well, Ben. I think for me, when I first started freestyle, I wanted to become like the best. I think, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to like become the best. And after a few years, I won the World Championship and European Championship, a competition called Masters of the Game. And after that, I was like, okay, what's next? And I kind of dwelt a little bit, and I started doing different world records. But the past few years, my aim in the future is just to continually improve. I think that's all I can do. So I am inspired by so many other people in freestyle and outside of freestyle, but as long as I'm like moving forward all the time, that has been my only aim, is to like each day take it as it comes, have the right habits in my training. Because I love freestyle, I do do it every day. I think I'll be doing freestyle till I'm 90. But yeah, I think overall, as long as I'm improving, and I'm doing my 100-day challenge on Instagram at the minute, which has really tested me creatively. So hopefully when I look back, I'll have added something positive to the sport of freestyle, and hopefully added something to YouTube, and people will look back and say, oh, I remember watching that video, whether it be the Everest stuff or future records or past records. As long as people are entertained and inspired, that's all I want to do really.
Finley MC Diamid 12, I think I said that right. Who's your favourite player?
Wow, good one. So this is a tough one. I think when I was growing up, there were two players that stood out to me. Ryan Giggs and Paul Scholes, I would say. Like watching them, their control, like Ryan Giggs' control dribbling with the ball at speed was like a huge inspiration. Obviously I don't do that, I'm more like freestyle based. But I think right now, I'm a big fan of Ronaldo and Messi. I don't know, there's always going to be the debate. I think.
Oh, that loads into another question.
Oh, go on. Let's just
Lehan Fernando, Messi or Ronaldo?
Ronaldo. I think I was always like on the fence, and I still am, because I think they're both different and brilliant players. But I don't know, because we did the thing with Match of the Day Kickabout, and we did the vlog on the channel a couple of years ago when I actually went to his house, Ronaldo, and like seeing his upbringing and how he kind of overcame adversity. He was like called names because he was small, and a lot of the coaches said he wasn't big enough, fast enough, skillful enough. So I don't know much about Messi. Messi's a genius, don't get me wrong, but I just love the way Ronaldo like grafted so much at football, and you can't deny the guy, he's won so much. So yeah, I have to go with Ronaldo.
Callum MJB10, what inspired you to start freestyle?
Wow, again, so Mr. Wu was a big part of it. The guy from South Korea who was just doing like amazing tricks with the ball. But also after meeting him, I also met other freestylers. I remember meeting a guy called Rob Walters, who was like so good, like control, just keep the ball in the air forever, doing amazing tricks with his back and his head. Also freestylers like Dan Magnus, just see how he put a show together and performed it so well, and was so entertaining. So seeing people like that over the years that have gone before me have inspired me a lot.
Pure Sec 10, what's the hardest freestyle trick you know?
Oh man, I think so. I'm currently learning the hardest freestyle trick, and I've kept it on the down low because I've been like working away in it. I've been vlogging, so I'm gonna get that up as like a training vlog. And I'm not going to say what it is, I'm just going to post it and be like, this is the hardest trick that I can do. But I wanted to master it. I didn't want to just say, yeah, I can do it. I wanted to master it and fully get it. But the hardest trick that I've ever done on film this was a while ago as well. I did like a blind heel, which is like one of my favourite tricks. So the ball starts on my neck, roll it down, do a back heel, so it goes really high, then a back flip, and then I caught it again as it came down. That was the hardest trick I've done so far.
That kind of rolls into this one.
Go on.
How did you start getting into freestyle, and what was your first complex skill that you mastered?
That's a good one. So again, like going back to the days of Nike Freestyle 2003, that was my inspiration. Oh, another freestyler that inspired me so much was Abbas as well, Abbas Farid. Again, another creative guy, super mind in the art of freestyle. He was part of that whole thing. And the first complex skill that I ever learned was, there's a couple that stand out. I'll break it down to two. So around the world, learning that was like such a milestone. It took me what seemed forever at the time to do it, and also like juggling the ball in my soles of my foot, like took forever just to balance it and then like, you know, keep it going. And I remember doing it like after training. I was playing football for a team at the time, and I used to stay behind and just practice, and then one day I got it. That was like a huge reward just to be able to do that, and yeah, I do it all the time now.
Did you ever play competitive football at a high level?
I did, yeah. So I played for Preston North End, so I grew up in a small city, Preston. So I played for them, and I played for my town team for 2 years when I was about 15, 16, and then after that I got into freestyle. And since I played a little bit of semi-professional when I was about 18, I played for a team called Garforth Town, and my footballing highlight, I played for Garforth, and they actually signed Lee Sharp, an ex-Man United player. So I actually got to play with Lee Sharp, and also I played with an ex-Brazil international called Socrates, which was like blowing my mind. I was 19, and
he just went up and up.
Yeah, like, and then I kind of retired at 19 from proper football. Like I was getting paid to play, not much. It was like semi-pro. But currently, I'm on the books of Freestyle as MC, and I've played a few games already, and yeah, I love it. It's good to be part of the team that Dan set up. I'm sure people on the channel might have seen some of the vlogs that we've done. Knuckleball Twins are in there. Big up to freestylers. Go follow.
If you could play for anyone, who and why?
Man United.
Oh, come on,
I always have dreams that I play for Man United. Like I have dreams that I come on and I can't play and like my legs all go. It's weird. It's like honestly I have these dreams.
Give us someone out the Prem.
Except for Man United.
Except for Man United. So not in the Prem, outside the Prem.
I'll give this one to you. I think that, you know, it would be quite good to play for Man City.
You're kidding?
They're quite a good team. But it wouldn't be my first choice. But yeah, who else? Yeah, Man City. I can't deny Man City as a team.
30-11, what is your position?
Oh, good question. So when I play football, I tend to play in the midfield because I'm not like slow, but I'm not like mega fast, but I've got good control and like I can pass all right. I play the short game and my control is like my main thing. So either midfield, centre, probably need to be a bit stronger though because I need to like be more physical, or left or right wing. They're my preferred positions if I was to play, or goalkeeper. I'm just not tall enough. No joke, like when I first started playing football I was a keeper.
Andrew Wilding.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine.
You have some incredible achievements. What motivates you to push your limits, and have you ever hit a wall?
Big up to Andrew. Andrew is a good friend of mine. He's probably the best basketball freestyler in the world.
Right.
He's unbelievable. Check him out. Yeah, that's such a good question. I think for me, like, I don't know, I just want to better myself, which sounds selfish, but I want to always get better with the ball. That's always been like my main focus. But like my mind really, like, I don't know, I just always have ideas and I look outside of football quite a lot for inspiration, and I just try and surround myself with people that are like super creative. So like recently, you know, doing stuff like we did the Everest thing, I was with like my friend George and Danny. They're really good at free running, so like they inspire me. Also I have a friend William who does like skate stunts and does stuff on film, and like when I watch his videos I'm just like super inspired. So I don't know, like I always look outside of what I do to bring into that and add to freestyle and just be creative. So that's what keeps me going. And I think it's like getting past it and then making sure that, you know, you develop the character, because that's what makes you do it. Do you know what I mean? It's like you developing character, not just like loads of skills. For any freestylers, just like keep going. Like whether you are beginner or advanced, just enjoy the process and not what you get from it. Like just enjoy getting out and training when it's raining and it's horrible. Just enjoy that and don't just always enjoy like the good bits. It's balance, not be too much, not be too little. Stay in the middle and everything will take care of itself. That was deep.
Tiago Jr. Coimbra 7. Do you remember the tournament you did in Maiden LA?
Oh yeah.
And I won.
Congratulations, Tiago. I remember, yeah. So I did some stuff down in Reading last summer and I did a show, but during the day we did a little freestyle competition and skills comp. So big up to you, Tiago.
Any plans to travel towards Pakistan?
I would love to go to Pakistan. I've never been to Pakistan, I've never been to India. Obviously we went to Nepal, but that was a bit different. But yeah, sort it out. I'd love to be there.
Sam, how many keepy ups can you do? He's juggled up Everest. I didn't know this. It's uncountable.
There you go.
Who's the most famous person you performed in front of?
Oh man, tough. Neymar is pretty famous. I did some stuff with Justin Bieber. Like performing for some of the Man City team last season, that was an honour because they're like, dare I say it, the best team in England right now. So yeah, I've met and performed for some amazing players and celebrities.
Zoe Norton, EXO. When you first started doing freestyle, what was the one thing you could never do?
Ooh, I always remember clearly trying to balance the ball on the back of my neck and I couldn't do it, and I was like reasonably young at the time. I saw Ryan Giggs do it on a video and I was just trying to do like off my knees onto my neck and I just couldn't do it, and then one day it just stuck, and then since then I was able to do it. So just perseverance. But yeah, that was tricky when I was a kid.
Paddy Odd 257.
That's my cousin.
No wonder this question's odd. Would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Horse-sized duck? No.
What's your best freestyle trick?
Yeah, again, like, best freestyle trick. Again, like the hardest one, like the back heel trick that I did, and then hopefully the trick that I'm gonna kind of post about because I've been trying to learn it for so long. It's not a new trick, people do it, but I've just never been able to do it, but I'm gonna bring it to this channel. Can't wait. That's all the questions, I think. Cool, those are some good questions. Like, I was really worried that no one had asked me questions because it feels really arrogant to be like, ask me a question, because I don't really see it as like I am a man of wisdom. But I hope that was and it was good fun to like just
It's
answer
different
questions.
from what we've done before.
Yeah, so maybe when we get to 15k subs on YouTube, we could do another one, or 20. Maybe that.
That's a bit ambitious.
Nah, we gotta be ambitious. But yeah, that concludes this video. It's gonna be well long this. Guys, thanks for watching. Honestly, thanks for your questions, and keep in contact on Instagram and obviously here on YouTube. Good to see you on the channel. So this guy, editing, shooting all the recent videos, so it's good to get Mike out there and yeah.
Check out at Reach Mike High.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
He's got it in. He's got it in.
I've been working with him for over a year and a half. It's about the time I've got something out front.
Cool. See you in a bit, guys.
Ta-ra.